Hi guys, nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping in. My name is Lori. I'm a recruiter, and this is content for college and CEGEP students. If you don't know what CEGEP is, don't worry about it. It is a college system in Canada, particularly in Quebec. So let's jump in. There's going to be 3 separate clips for you guys. The reason I'm doing this is because I work with a lot of young people, and I get some lots of resumes that are they're just trash. I'm just telling you the truth, they're trash, and it just doesn't make sense. And I don't want that to be what happens to you guys. I just want to give you some suggestions to put your best foot forward, such that anytime an employer gets your resume, they're going to say, "Oh, I'd like this kid to work for me." All right. So I'm going under the assumption that you are going to be applying for part-time positions, maybe full-time in the summer, maybe part-time to extend into full-time, whatever it is. We know where you are with your age and stage and experience. So the first clip, which is this one, is going to be on getting your resume and profile set up. The second clip is going to be about job descriptions and how to decide what type of positions to apply to and what that's going to look like when you're applying to various positions, whether it's a big company, small company, or something in between, because there's nuances to that, and you should be aware of what they are, such that, again, you can put your best foot forward. The last one is going to be on interviewing, showing up on your first day, and ensuring success for the duration of your working time with the employer. All right, so we're going to jump in. Let's start with resume. I'm going to assume that you've had some type of work before. Maybe it's been just babysitting, or working at a summer camp or a grocery store or a lifeguard, whatever it's been. Okay, so if you have a resume that you have used before, you can take that and dust it off, or it's time to update it. Let's go. We're going to start with some basics. So at the top of your resume, we just need your name, your email address, and your phone number. Email address, please keep it clean, not teddybear98. Like, we know that was your first email address, but please make sure you don't have that type of email address anymore. That is finito. So that's all you need at the top. The next thing that I really encourage you to do, this, is to start gathering and thinking about words that people would use to describe you. If you're not sure what words people would use, ask them. Ask people what words they would use. Ask your professors, ask your neighbors, ask your former bosses, ask your parents' friends, ask your friends' parents. Ask adults who know you well, what words they would use to describe you, because we're going to put those words on your resume. Right up front and center, it's going to say words people would use to describe me. And then you're going to list them, no matter what they are: polite, trustworthy, reliable, kind, strong, persistent, whatever it is. Okay, because recruiters and hiring managers, let's assume they're like me, which is lazy. So we don't want to work to find out what we need to know about you. We just want to know about you. So tell us about yourself, okay? So the words people would use to describe you, let's figure out those words. And the next thing I want you to start thinking about is your references. Who can you provide as references? Because I want those references to be on your resume. Again, super lazy, don't want to have to work. I want to know, when I see your resume, I want to know the basics about you. I want to know the words people would use to describe you. And I want to see that you have references, because those people are going to attest to who you are. Okay, so from a reference perspective, the people you're going to be looking for are sort of similar to people who are going to use words, to describe you. They could be professors, they could be community leaders, spiritual leaders, whoever you know, sort of as adults in your world, who can attest to you. Coworkers, former coworkers or bosses, whatever it is. Okay, so let's get those things together. Now, in the resume, I want to see what your experience has been, what type of work you've done, what type of community work you've done, where you're going to school, what stage you're at school. You know the stuff to list. And I want to know anything significant about what you've done there. So if you're a lifeguard, obviously you have a certification. So, list in that certification. If you were working in day camp, you can say, worked with groups of children, up to 10 per children, taking them to their activities, ensuring their safety, whatever it is. Like, think it through, think of what you did, and list those nuggets. Okay, I have seen resumes come in where people have done fantastic things and they have them like buried in like line 28 at the end of the sentence. It's like, no, please, no, I'm lazy. I don't want to have to work for it. Tell me it up front. Tell me what I need to know. Okay. So I hope this has been helpful. We're talking about your resume and how to get it ready for your part-time or potentially full-time job, whatever it is you're looking for right now. We know that you don't have a lot of experience. We know that you're young and you're still building. Perfect. Just tell me where you've been. Tell me what you know. Tell me words people would use to describe you. Tell me that you have references, and we're good to go. The last thing I want to mention is LinkedIn. If you do not yet have a LinkedIn profile, I strongly encourage you to consider creating a LinkedIn profile for yourself. LinkedIn is the premier place where networking happens in the work world, and not having a profile on LinkedIn means that people can't find you. So it means that recruiters and employers can't find you when they need good people, and that will it limits your possibilities and access to opportunity. So in the spirit of me not wanting you to be limited in these things, I want you to be to have the same opportunity as everybody else. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Find me if you have any questions, if you have any comments or feedback or anything else. Watch the next couple of clips because they're going to help you get through how to choose which position to apply for and how to show up day one and how to get through an interview. I want to help you on those things as well. And if this is valuable for your friends, go ahead and tell them to take a look at it. And that's it. Thanks for stopping in, and I will see you on the next clip. Bye, guys.